Yeah, so thank you so much for joining me. It's been an exciting week because you just released a new music video. How does it feel to have it out there?
Oh, it's so exciting. I mean, this song was written in 2016, so I was just listening to the very first demo the other day, and it hasn't actually changed much, but it's really great to like have the final product, something that we're really proud of, and took a big sort of team effort to make. So yeah, it's always nice to be able to share it with the world.
I love that. And what has the reaction been like so far? Have people reached out and say that they liking the video?
Yeah, so it's quite a sort of strange, twisty, turny journey kind of video. So, and we were fairly ambitious in what we were trying to do. There's like one section where I had to learn the song backwards and sing backwards for a little section, and yeah. So yeah, everyone's been saying it's really great and they love it, and yeah, so that's been really nice to hear.
Yeah, and I'm glad that people love it because I've obviously watched the video myself and it is a well-deserved video to get that sort of attention. It's very well planned. It's great. What are some of like the inspirations behind the visual components to the video?
So the song's sort of meaning is about how, we attract, how we attract certain people and how certain people are attracted to us. And it's sort of like a real celebration of friendship. So I wanted to capture that in the video, which was, the party scenes and all that sort of stuff. Your friends are sort of always there. But then, there's a lot of sort of, we took a lot of cues from the lyrics. So for instance, the crystal ball is telling stories. So like, well, why don't we have a clairvoyant and a crystal ball? And then the next line was back to front. So we said, well, why don't we actually sing the song back to front? So there was a lot of visual. Yeah, we used a lot of lyrics to determine what we were going to see.
And it sounds hard that you learned it back to front. Like, how did that go about and how many attempts did it take to get it perfect?
It was really hard. I had to write everything out phonetically and listen, like, rote learning, just listen to it over and over and over again. And then because we had like those sort of glitter bombs, we only had 5. So we only had like a really short, we only had 5 takes to get it right. So the pressure was on, but I'd practiced it a lot. So yeah, we were fine. But that was probably the trickiest bit to edit as well, because that was, trying to sync your mouth up when you're saying crazy cats back to front and all that sort of stuff.
Of course, sounds like a very big tongue twister for sure.
Yeah.
And speaking of like the glitter bombs, I love that because I love the sparkly elements. I mean, you've even got your sparkly jacket on now. And that kind of like ties into when you think of like unicorns, and unicorn's your band name. So how did you come up with that band name and why does it best represent who you guys are?
So our previous drummer, Jess June and I were, when you're starting a new band, you're sort of like brainstorming ideas, and we originally thought of Druzy, which is sort of like a shiny rock, but then we tried to say it in the pub and it was like Druzy, no one could hear it. So we're like, okay, that's no good. And then we were just making a joke about unicorn because I love unicorns, Jess loves unicorns. And then we were, did a bit of research and found out there weren't too many bands out there. And I love the scope it gives you for like, wearing costumes like this. And I've been known to, dress up as a unicorn with this sort of wig on, and I think of unicorns as sort of magical and sparkly, and I want the music to sort of sound a little bit magical or take you to a different place or whatever.
Yeah, and I think that represents you guys too, because when I listen to your music, it's very unique and I can't really, I guess, compare it to any other band or that. I can't like think of who it sounds similar to because it's very unique. And I guess unicorns are like that whole process of like, they're rare, they're unique. And so I feel like it works well with what you guys do.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I describe it as alt rock goth glam.
Yes. And you can never go wrong with glam. Like everybody loves glam, as you said, because you've even got the unicorn costume in the music video as well. So there's plenty of opportunities to dress up. And I think you mentioned before you guys dress up on stage as well. If someone comes out to like a gig and sees you live.
Well, yeah, we do try and put on a performance. Like for me, it's a show. So you want to sort of, put a bit of razzle dazzle. We had a gig last night and I was, flouncing around the stage with this on with the band Jack Lockie and Ella. So yeah, we like to make it a show. Like, it's supposed to be fun to come out and watch gigs, and yeah, but like there's still that element of heavy rock grunge as well. So a unique beast.
Yes, yeah, it definitely fits in. And looking at the video, like there's an incredible list of creatives that have all come together for these projects. How did you know these were the perfect fit for what you wanted to get out in your visualization?
So Dave LeMay and I work as the creative team on the music video. We also did a previous one for our other song, Circus. So we sort of fly all the ideas around and figure out how we're going to do it. And then Dave reached out to FIAD, which is Jess and Amy. They're like a florals event design thing, and they did all the like set design and everything. And then we called on all our friends basically, and yeah, got a big crew of people that were happy to be the party people. So yeah, it takes a team to make a video like that, that's for sure. And we even had some special effects with one of our mates, Anthony Webb, did all like the zoom ins and the fancy bits.
Yeah, and it's great that your friends all came on board too, because that's what makes it more personal as well, and that fun element.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was a bit wild when they all came, because we had like, we had power cuts that day, and we had like 15 people all excited to be doing the filming. So it was it got a bit hectic there for a bit. Well, we're on a tight schedule, but I think everyone had a really good time.
And that's the main thing, as long as everyone comes together, has a great time. So what goes on behind the scenes of a unicorn music videos? You've got like power cuts, you've got people coming together having fun. Like, what are some of your favorite memories from making the Cats video?
Well, we had a huge gig on the Thursday night, and then Friday morning we were at this completely white room, which is where we filmed that the closing scene, followed by the next day, full day from sort of 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. I don't have like a particular favorite bit. I actually like absolutely love the whole process. I'm like on a massive buzz during it. There's like people coming and going, and there's a schedule, and working with Dave's a real privilege, because he's absolutely amazing at what he does. So I did work in advertising for 15 or 20 years before, in my career, so that sort of helped be able to translate some of those skills across. But I just love the whole thing, and then the editing part where you get to see it sort of come together, and it's exciting.
Of course. And like, so you've got all that, and then you've got the editing part. How long did the process like take from start to finish?
So we probably, this time last year, I sat down with Dave and said, I want to do 2 music videos. Which Circus one we pumped out really quickly. We only had a short amount of time, but this one, it probably takes sort of 6 weeks of pre-production, and then we could have probably done it a bit sooner, but we had our drummer Jess left to go and have a baby, so we've got our new drummer Lockie, and then we had KT Rumble Doug, who also finished up with the band, so we've been training up Jack Charles. So we sort of held on to it for a little bit longer. So yeah, we filmed it in August and it's only just come out, but we probably could have put it out in December, but we were like, we may as well wait until we're all ready to rock and roll and have a proper party and celebrate it.
Of course. And sometimes that wait makes it worthwhile too, because then you've got that final piece that everyone's on board with and happy with as well.
Yeah, exactly. So but yeah, it definitely was longer than usual, but also awesome. Yeah.
Of course. So in saying all of that, what do you hope people take away from them when they watch this music video?
I guess it's about, we're all in this together, and it's about the relationships we have with each other. So that's kind of what it's about, like friendship. So I guess life throws you all sorts of things, which is sort of shown in the video with all the sort of twists and turns and different places that you go in it. And that's what it's about. Life will throw you all sorts of stuff, but your friends are still there.
And that's what I loved about the video too, because with all the twists and turns, I don't know, do you remember like the old choose your adventure novels where you'd choose it and you choose like, go to like page 50 for this, page 40 for that, and you'd have different experiences? It reminded me of that sort of novel.
Yeah, I know. I mean, when we were creating it, Dave and I, we didn't even know where it was going. And even like when we were filming it, we're like, where is it? Where are we going with this? So it was definitely a fairly organic creation. Like it was planned, but at the same time, it was like, whoa, where are we going?
Yeah, and I think it worked out because I mean that's what the message of the song is about. And it's also about finding your tribe. But it sounds like you found your tribe and Unicorn are a very close-knit group of people.
Yeah, we do. I mean, most of us live in the same suburb, which is very convenient. Yeah, we hang out a lot. I mean, we're all passionate. We love doing it. So, yeah, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Just doing what you love.
Of course. And it's handy that you guys are so close together, especially when it comes to like rehearsals or having to edit things and do projects.
Yeah, poor Ella, she lives an hour away. So they have to, yeah, suck it up because we've got a pre-rehearsal space like 5 minutes away. So unfortunately, Ella pulled the short straw on that one.
Exactly. Yeah. And I guess for anyone coming across Unicorn for the first time, do you want to give a brief like introduction to who the members are, what their role is, what you're all about?
Yeah, so I'm the singer-songwriter and created the band about 2 years ago. We've got Lockie Hoffman on drums. He also plays with Moana, who've been around for about 10 years, amazing band. Jack Charles or Jack Hall has recently joined. He played in 45th Sunset, I think it is. And they had like some really big success about 8 years ago or something. But he hasn't been playing for a while, so we were stoked to get him on board. And Ella Munro, who is a solo artist as well and amazing on bass. Yeah, and so that's what makes up the 4-piece. And our past members have been Jess June on drums and Katie Rumble on guitar, who they were the people in the band who recorded the song and did the filming of the music video with us.
Right. It sounds like you guys have a very unique background in terms of like diverse experience that all comes together into the one project.
Yeah, so I think we all have fairly different musical tastes, but all sort of, in the same big pot of, and we're also all massive music fans and love going to gigs and play music.
How do you balance that different music taste, like when it comes to deciding what music you're going to put out there and what you're going to work on?
I write all the songs, so it's more about, if I bring a song to the band, it's about whether it's gelling and sounding good or not. Like, we might play one for a couple of weeks and say no, but it's everyone sort of puts their own spin on the song, the writing their parts. Ella's got a really unique bass playing style, so that definitely enhances the sound of our, the Unicorn sound. But yeah, everyone just brings in their own bits. I mean, everyone's very musical and intuitive, so they sort of know it's about doing your part for the song, not about being, a guitar hero or something.
Of course. And it's all about what people buy with too. I mean, people are obviously digging your sound because you released Circus only last year and it's already gotten like international success that I've seen.
We've had like some radio plays and interviews in UK and Canada and really been pushing it out to the world. So I think I really just want to produce quality work. So while it's a bit more expensive sometimes and sometimes not, but just really trying to only put out the really good stuff. So it takes a little bit longer to get out sometimes.
Of course. And are you guys working on anything new? Because it sounds like you've got some shows coming up and 2023 sounds like a very big year for you guys.
Yeah, so we're actually heading down to Capel tonight, which is just past Bunbury, in Western Australia, and another gig in Margaret River over Easter at the river, which will be great. And then we're wanting to record a bit more, so we're planning to hit the studio and record a couple more songs and get them out into the world later in the year.
Yeah, that sounds like a very exciting year for you guys. I'm really excited to hear because I've heard like Cats and Circus and I love it. So I'm excited to hear more from you and where you guys go from here.
Yeah, now the tricky bit is choosing the songs because there's a few that we would really like to record. So yeah, we're going to have to figure out which ones are going to be the next to release.
Is there a process you go through when you figure out what you're going to release next, or how do you decide that?
We've demoed a couple of songs. Lockie's got a rehearsal space where we've been able to set up like a proper sort of demo. So, having a listen to that, and then we'll probably share that with our producer. So that's Dave Parkin at Blackbird. We'll share with him like probably our, top couple of songs, and then get his opinion, and then go from there. So I've certainly got my firm favorites of the ones that I want to record. And I think the band all feels the same in terms of like our strongest songs. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. And what's your like end goal? What do you guys hope to, like, the mark you hope to leave on the music industry? Where do you hope Unicorn ends up?
Well, I would love to have this music played everywhere. Want to record, a couple of albums and do some amazing work, play with amazing people, travel and play music around the world is, the ultimate aim. So yeah, we've got big stars in our eyes.
And I think that will happen because you guys are talented. You guys have the potential. I love the uniqueness of like the costumes, the visuals, the music in itself. You've got all these different strengths to your name.
Oh, thank you, Brooke.
All right. Was there anything else you wanted to add about like this particular music video, or yourself as like a band that we haven't talked about today that you want people to know?
Just to go and watch it, buy a t-shirt, support the music industry. Our social handle is unicorn.wa music. So, go take a look, like, share, follow, all those things. That really does help a band in, being able to keep playing music and keep creating.
Of course. And do people dress up as unicorns? Like, I can imagine a unicorn show, you guys performing and everybody in the crowd just with like their unicorn horns. I can like visualize like the show.
Looking into that for the merch, and I just realized the light looks like a unicorn.
Oh yes, it does. Yeah, especially because like on your head you've got like that light that's like that.
That's hilarious.
It's meant to be.
Totally manifesting the unicorn.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for your time. I really look forward to seeing what you guys do next from here. I look forward to hearing more from your bands.
Thank you, and thanks for having us. We're totally stoked, and thanks for your support.
No worries at all. Thanks so much. Catch you next time. Bye.
Thank you.